the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a temper feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wait.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On second down, here's Corral. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Corral. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw, Huntley. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Just past him at the 45. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Huntley. He's got a man, complete. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Ouch, could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way, like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Huntley to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Huntley. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Saints had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw on 3rd down. Huntley. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The kick by Lutz is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Corral. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 88 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Play action here, Corral.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense have other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Corral looking to throw. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, it looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
18 runners.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run with Dobbins. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Will Lutz
sets now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Corral now to throw. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Corral with it. First down here. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Corral now on 2nd down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall from 19 yards away. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
17. Saints 6.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Huntley looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davidson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop in. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt,
and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 15 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. On 1st down, Huntley. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
They still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And this one's back to an 8-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Corral from the gun on 3rd down here. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner. Knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Well, a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll roll him out right. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision. Got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Taken down by Pete Werner.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And Corral will throw it.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
4th down. Here's Corral.
He's got his man Sharp complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
Give them 11 on the gain there, and the Panthers are going to get a first down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And some room to work. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on this.
And this time he is in.
Christian McCaffrey.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Panthers 31, Saints 16.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Huntley.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 3rd down, Huntley. He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now in this last one, a first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Bravion Roy
in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
J.K. Dobbins, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer.
Now the Panthers going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Huntley.
And that one is caught. So they convert here and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Now Huntley.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Let's go now.
Here's Huntley.
Wide open receiver complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Wants to try to add the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Fair catch. 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances lately.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
Scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. 146 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder.
Corral to throw.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. But we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Now a first throw here in overtime. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of the play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look.
18 level, 19 tight, 19 right.
To throw, Huntley. He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all time. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. But I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready, go. Ready.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
Here's Huntley.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davidson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 yards there for number 15. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this one is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect him to attack on defense and not sit.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Are they ever? Because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one. And in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for New Orleans, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.